It was a defining moment for women in the Nigerian music industry as some of the industry's most powerful voices, Tiwa Savage, Yemi Alade, Waje, Teni, Sasha P, and rising star King Madi, gathered during Entertainment Week Africa in Lagos, organized by Live Sport 360 on Tuesday, for a candid conversation on the challenges, sacrifices, and triumphs of being a woman in music. For decades, Nigeria's music industry has been dominated by male voices, from chart-topping hits to record label leadership. But women have continually broken boundaries. Icons like Tiwa Savage and Yemi Alade have taken Afropop and Afrobeats to global heights. Waje's powerhouse vocals pioneered modern Nigerian R&B. Teni has challenged industry norms. Young talents like King Madi are shaping today's digital-first generation, while veterans like Sasha P continue mentoring emerging artists. Yet, female artists still face challenges such as underrepresentation, pay disparity, sexualization, and gatekeeping. This panel, curated by Tiwa Savage, united top female artists alongside industry executives including Don Jazzy to confront these issues head on.
Because what happens when being her means giving up sleep, safety, sanity, just to stand on a stage that doesn't always give back? What happens when she gives her voice, her time, her heart, and in return she gets silence instead of airplay, doubt instead of investment, harassment instead of support? She gives talent, she gets told to tone it down. She gives creativity, she gets credited only when a man stands beside her. She tells her truth, she's labeled a liar. She gives vulnerability, she gets sexualized. She gives her all and she gets disrespected in boardrooms. She gives her genius and she gets underpaid. She gives a body of work and they ask for her body.
The panelists agree that the cost of being her is both professional and personal. It's about showing up authentically, breaking stereotypes, demanding space, and pushing back against an industry that often undervalues women.
Allow us create, and for us to also not accept what they're telling us we are. We're not second citizens. You came from us, so are your mothers.
One thing I want to put out there is that I am pro break down the doors and create yours. For many years, I've been told that I wasn't probably good enough, or maybe I didn't have the right image that cut across the, let's say, Western stereotype look that a pop superstar should have. And it really puzzled me because I made up my mind to go into music being my authentic self, just like Teni said. It's very important to be authentic. And it dawned on me that it was important for me to create my own doors. Where the doors were closed in my face, I broke down the walls. Where the walls were too strong, I create a window for myself. But just keep going and going and going.
And I'm not just speaking as a singer or a performer or a producer, but I'm speaking as a music executive as well. And I say that because we don't have a lot of women in the executive space. And even when we do, the other women are not encouraging them. And, it's a stereotype that, oh, you are supposed to lead from behind. Be quiet. Let the women do this, but do it in a way that is appealing to societal norms rather than giving them leverage, and truth is, the narrative is changing. Women are not waiting for you to give them narratives.
I feel like it's fighting for autonomy. Because, these queens here have already set a certain standard and have broken certain stereotypes that, women are associated to societal roles. So it's like, even when a woman is overdoing herself, they still remind her, you have to marry. You are going to be here at the end of the day. So society always has a way of reminding women that you can't be that. This is who you are first. And they have a way of shadowing women of their passion because they have a fiction of who a woman is. and they just put you in that box. So seeing women like this have inspired people like myself to know that I can be beyond what everybody else is the end of the road for a woman.
From leading without support to navigating new pressures of visibility and representation, the artist emphasized the need for self-worth, courage, and clearing the path for the next generation.
I think that a lot of women outsource their destiny. Let's be honest. Like, don't say, oh, because they signed me to a label, then roll out the red carpet. Again, I came from an industry where, like you have all said, every time there were 15 men on the lineup, then there's Sasha P. They didn't give that to me. Like, I didn't sit down, they just said, oh, we're looking for a token female. I worked hard. I worked super hard. Like, I would perform a song 10 different ways. Yemi, you know this. If I've done this song, I'm like, I'm bored. I want the crowd to have a different experience every time. So I feel like as women, as much as we complain about the things that people aren't doing, we owe ourselves the accountability to do what needs to be done.
They now have a fan base because which fan wants to follow artist B? They want to follow artist A, and that becomes a wheel that we as females, we cannot break because we need more money. We need people to take risks because now it looks like artist A is the more bankable artist. And talent for talent, that's not the case.
Oh yeah, let's break.
One of the day's biggest moments came when Tiwa Savage and Yemi Alade publicly reconciled, ending years of rumored tension and sending a powerful message of unity among women in music.
I think after this, our response to this is to actually respond with music.
I love that.
It's always been our
exclusive at Entertainment Week Africa.
it's always been our weapon. It's always been our shield.
Listen.
Oh yeah, let's break.
We love that.
So I'll come and eat pounded yam.
Yes.
I'll come and eat pounded yam.
Maybe you cook it and you bring it from there.
You cook it first.
The panelists agreed on actionable steps for the future. Collaboration on joint projects, including albums and EPs potentially curated by Don Jazzy, financial literacy, industry education, and stronger operational systems to support female artists.
Everybody on this panel except Teni. So Teni, it's your turn.
EP. We've solved this. There's an EP coming.
Yes.
Produced by Don Jazzy.
Absolutely. But, you know, living here,
Let's guilt trip him.
collaboration is not just in the music, but let's support each other, what we're doing.
Yeah.
I already told you with the conversation with Berkeley, you know, I got you. We'll figure things out. King Madi, you know, say you na my, Yemi knows. And Teni, I've loved you for, you know, Sha, I know because I know you see me sometimes when I'm policing you around. And the truth is because I truly want to see a sister win.
Yes.
I really do.
So it's like, let's leave ego and let's just work. Let's just enjoy ourselves.
I want to open a music school. You know, I went to a music school. I studied jazz. And I think there are other avenues. Everybody doesn't have to be an artist. There's music therapy. There's film scoring. There's music production. But we need more women in those fields. We need more female lawyers, female music directors. We need more female promoters. So for me, that school is my avenue of, you know, helping the next generation. Not just females, but particularly females, because I don't think I was called to open a record label now.
The panel closed with a clear call to action. Industry stakeholders must invest in women, not just as performers, but as leaders, mentors, and entrepreneurs. Fans are encouraged to stream, support, and celebrate female artists, helping create a system where women define success on their own terms. Victoria Akonde, TV360 News, Lagos.